Hey guys, welcome back to Wix It Fix It Garage. Today I put together a bunch of induction heater units. I know y'all like them. I just made a different. I think there's like 8. Well, there's 8 of them here, but these 3, y'all remember these? These were the ones I bought. While I'm on these, before I forget, on the plate here it says voltage, 15 or 5 to 12 volts, 20 amp. Yeah, don't do that if you get one of these, because they do not hold that. It's 5 amp max. The voltage, debatable, but I know for a fact if you go over 5 amps, this is what will end up. That's all I got left of one of them. I meant to tell y'all that last time, but I forgot. But anyway, I mean, we've got an assortment of them. This one is one I built. Oh, I forgot. I put them on there when I was soldering that to hold that up. But anyway, this one has this is actually an IGBT, and of course y'all know the difference if you're watching this. You got your IGBTs, which is fast switching speeds, and then your MOSFETs, the N channel ones, a lot of people use too, but I prefer these. It's got, this one here is a G50 T60, 50 amp, 600 volt, and also the IGBTs. The source, or the drain and the source, can be different too. It can be called the collector and the emitter on IGBT, which is same thing. The only thing it means the same as the gate. But yeah, and these here are RFP 250Ns. They're 30 amp, 200 volt, and it's a N channel MOSFET, and that's the same as this one. That's the same as that one. And this one is different. That's that first one I made, if y'all remember it. It's a IRFP 260M, and it's 50 amp, 200 volt, which they seem to be pretty good ones. Anyway, I thought we'd play with these a little bit. Everybody likes messing with these things. As you can tell, I've started something that's actually went crazy. Yeah, I was going to show you this right quick. It started as just a hobby a few weeks ago, and now I bought all this stuff. I've got these. I mean, I didn't mean to get into it that hard, but I did. Oh yeah, that's an N channel, that's a P channel, and this is an IGBT or diagram. Anyway,
dangerous conditions for research of human
hey guys, I'm back.
Into the most hostile environments simply because they were there. Their adaptability is unprecedented, as Bloom noted, leaves trembling. Not biological adaptation, psychological adaptation. They can normalize almost anything. We've monitored their entertainment networks. They turned our first contact into memes within hours. High Councillor Zixatal's crystalline form pulsed with concerned frequencies. They have this concept,
we were going to test this.
Accepted. When told something is impossible, they take it as a personal offense. Our attempts to standardize their planet's ecosystem weren't just seen as a threat. They saw it as a challenge to prove they could fix their environment their own way. The
You know what I was thinking? Y'all couldn't see shit.
More disturbing traits. Humans used humor as a coping mechanism for literally
Anyway.
everything, including existential threats. They formed emotional attachments to inanimate objects. They anthropomorphized everything from their vehicles to their weapon systems. They named their ships, Ambassador Grax reported, their crystalline structure vibrating with disbelief. The vessel that turned our dreadnought into a quantum uncertainty, they called it Schrodinger's backup plan. The one that created the time loop, Groundhog Day Redux. They treat reality-altering weapons like pets. But perhaps most terrifying was humanity's capacity for what they called improvisation. The report showed countless instances of humans solving complex problems with completely unrelated tools, creating solutions that work for reasons that defied conventional logic. They built their first probability drive using parts from something called a microwave oven and a game console. Ambassador Create stated, when asked how they knew it would work, the inventor said, and I quote, "I didn't, but it seemed worth a try." The council chamber's atmosphere grew heavy with collective dread as the implications became clear. They weren't dealing with just another spacefaring species. They were facing a civilization of beings who combined determination with defiance, creativity with chaos, and technological prowess with a complete disregard for conventional limitations. The most dangerous aspect, Oracle Mindteth concluded, therefore now a troubled world, is their ability to unite in the face of external threats while maintaining their internal diversity.
Already red. Y'all can see
Every
that
other
in there.
species we've encountered either achieved unity through uniformity or remained divided. Humans somehow managed to become stronger because of their differences. High Counselor Zixatal's glow dimmed to a serious hue. They have a saying, "Hold my beer." Our linguistics experts initially thought it was a request for beverage storage. Now we understand it's
here.
It means they're about to attempt something that any rational being would consider impossible, dangerous, or both. And they're going to treat
They're all made a little different. I'm just showing y'all the different ways.
The council chamber fell silent once again.
I don't got no resistors or
the implications of a species that treated the impossible as a challenge, danger as entertainment, and physics as a set of guidelines rather than
on there.
The breaking point came not with a bang, but with a notification.
But I'm going to put them back on there,
While the council
or
debated
put them in
humanity's
line.
psychological
But
profile, their
you can
quantum
run them like
detection
this.
rate registered something impossible. Every human military installation,
If you're going to run them all the time,
civilian center
I would
simultaneously
put
entered a state of
the
quantum
resistors and dials where they go, which
They're everywhere and nowhere.
is just in between the hot and ground there.
Was crackled with alarm. They've somehow quantum linked their entire civilization. We can't target what we can't locate.
Y'all can see it.
The council's sensors showed the impossible readings. Every human settlement existed in multiple states simultaneously. Any attempt to determine their actual location caused the probability field to shift. They had turned their entire species into a living application of quantum uncertainty. This is just the beginning. High Counselor Zixatal's crystalline form pulsed with dread. We're receiving surrenders, not from military forces, but from entire species.
Don't take long.
The swarm consciousness of the Rigel sector, renowned for their military might, transmitted a simple message. We acknowledge human superiority. Please don't get creative with us. They were quickly followed by the Silicon Dynasties, the Plasma Collective, and a dozen other major powers. But it was the revelation of humanity's contingency plans that truly broke the galaxy's will to resist.
I think that's a 12-penny
human
nail.
diplomatic vessel, appropriately named Full Disclosure,
it's already
transmitted
red.
data packets to every major power simultaneously. The files were
Y'all
labeled
can
things
see
we
that.
decided not to do yet. By all that's sacred, Oracle Mindteth's gaseous form swirled in patterns of pure horror. They developed a way to weaponize dark matter by accident while trying to create more efficient spacecraft engines. They just decided not to use it.
That was the
seemed excessive.
250. I can get it
The
loose.
contingency plans revealed humanity's true
30 amp,
capabilities.
200 volt.
They had discovered how to initiate controlled vacuum decay, but shelved it because it was too messy.
That was a little
They had
worm.
developed technology to transfer consciousness between dimensions, but decided it would make
This
paperwork
one,
too
it
complicated.
is.
They had even figured out
Yeah,
how
this
to
is
reverse
the big,
entropy,
or
but
the
weren't using
big
it because
amperage.
They were still debating the ethical implications. Look at this one, Ambassador Grax's crystalline structure.
Y'all wish y'all could have seen that blooper I done.
Project Paperclip 2.0. They found
any
star into a
hydrogen. I blew everything off the table. Blew my hat off. I looked over and the camera wasn't even on. That shit was funny.
The ultimate demonstration. A human representative speaking from what appeared to be
That's how my luck though. Camera wasn't even filming when it's supposed to be. I had it on photo.
Are still uncertain about accepting us as equals, so we thought we'd share a little party trick. Please observe Alpha Centauri. The entire council watched as humanity's quantum superposition field expanded to encompass their nearest stellar neighbor. Alpha Centauri flickered and then bifurcated. There were now two Alpha Centauri systems, occupying the same space but vibrating at different frequencies. We call it stellar duplication, the human representative explained casually, while sipping something a caramel macchiato. Turns out you can copy and paste stellar bodies if you understand quantum mechanics well enough. We discovered it while trying to solve our renewable energy problems.
This one's not working right for some reason.
The silence in the council chamber was absolute. They had just witnessed a species casually violate the most fundamental laws of physics, while treating it as a minor technological demonstration. Oh, and just to be clear, the human continued, we can do this with galaxies too. We just don't want to because it would make our astronomical maps really confusing. Now, about those trade agreements we were discussing. The surrender of the remaining holdout species was immediate and unconditional. The Harvester remnant formally requested to be transformed into a peaceful agricultural society. The Drone Collective asked permission to study human entertainment media to better understand creativity. Even the notoriously prideful Empire of 1,000 Suns.
Come back to this one. I know what it is. It's not working. Got that split in the core right there.
Now barely glowing, addressed the council. I believe we should revise our protocol for classifying advanced civilizations.
My bad.
Clearly,
one of
our
the
previous metrics were insufficient. We
capacitors
never thought to ask, can
loose.
they duplicate stars while drinking coffee? The human representative's response came through on all frequencies. Don't worry too much
I'd
about
had that loose
classification
earlier.
systems. We have some ideas about improving galactic
I was trying a different
too.
capacitor, but it
Has
didn't
anyone
work
told
like
you
I
about
wanted
our
it to.
concept of digital automation yet? The collective shudder that ran through the council suggested that the galaxy's transformation was only beginning. 2 standard cycles had passed since the human demonstration of stellar duplication. The Galactic Council...
Sorry, I forgot that thing was playing in the background. I don't even know what it was. Something on YouTube. Yeah, this one's working right. Yeah, I made this one a little bit bigger for bigger stuff. Might take a little bit longer to heat up. Oh, what do I do with my gun? Oh, there it is. I can't tell if it's even. Yeah, it's 300 and something. It's 460. I don't know why it ain't turning red. That's 495. I guess I got that wide dispersal on it. Yeah, it's definitely heating up. Yeah, there's different ways you can do these. This is that first. Those were just on there to hold that up. I was soldering it, but this is my favorite one. It's crazy. You can see the red are the hots. That's the ground, and the blue is for the gate. The hot for the gate. I tried to color code it for y'all where y'all can see it better. Let's see this one. Did we already do that one? Seems like we did. This is one I know we didn't do. This is just a simple one you can do if you just need to heat up a boat. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's already red. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. That's why you got to keep these coils straight. Some of them I done better than the other ones, but I should have incorporated that in the end like I did those other ones, like this. I should have folded it in there like that. I didn't, because those are going to get a little hot when you're doing that. Which one? Let's see. Well, which one of them? Oh, it was this one. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Here, I'll fix it right quick. I don't know why that come loose. I must have picked it up by the capacitor. I don't know, I'll take this thing to heat up. It's been on for a little while. Get this out of the way. Anyway, we can play with these other ones. Of course, I'll have to take that power down. Like I said, don't, whatever you do, don't go over 5 amps with those little ones. They say on the thing right there, I'll show you in a minute. But if you put 20 amp on one, it'll pop like a firecracker. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. It says right here 20 amps, but I wouldn't do it. I showed you that board, what'll happen to one. Yeah, because they'll just pop. They got those little IGBT MOSFETs in them. I don't think they're 100 volt, maybe. They may be 200, but That one's not even working. That's the one I hit with that high power earlier. Yeah, this one's working. No, it ain't either. I don't know what's wrong with these little ones. They were working. Like I said, it might be too much power. Oh, I see what it was. It's these things. It's these ends I put on here. Okay, now it's working. Yeah, it's working. Just can't see. It looks like it's red. Yeah, it is. It's just that color of metal. And there it goes. I don't know. Let's let it get good and red where y'all can see it. Yeah, they work. These little ones, but thing is, unless you're trying to get a little boat loose, it ain't gonna do you a whole lot of good. This thing should be heated up now. We can fix this one right quick. I'm about to knock the other one loose. There we go. I know it was working fine earlier. Straighten that. Everything's good here. Yes. Yeah, this coil's no good. There it is. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this coil, but when I move it, anyway, something's wrong. I'm gonna have to redo that one. But yeah, if you get one, when you turn it on, here I'll show you. That way you'll know. See how that was instantly jumping up to 4 something? Ain't supposed to do that. See what happens when I pull that apart? It starts working. Yeah, that's when you know your coil's not right. You just have to rewind it or add a spool to it. It was working fine earlier, but that's how they do sometimes. I might need to put a, I don't know what you call those things. These here, it's got a thermite, whatever they call that. Blocks the signal from that. That might be what it's picking up, the end of that. Anyway, this is the one. This one here works good though. Right, turn that power down too for those other ones. These here are like about 8 amps at minimum. Let's try this old drill bit and see what happens. Yeah, it's getting hot quick. Yeah, it's already red. But there's all kind of ways to make these things. I don't know if I showed you this yet, but see, that's the N channel. That's a P channel. That's usually mostly used for just turning something on and off. The N channel is a couple of these, the 200 volt ones, and the IGBT, that's how it does, how the signal comes in. And as far as the emitter, collector, and all that, drain, and it's all the same. The collector and emitter is the same as the drain and source. Don't let that mess you up. Anyway, I've been mumbling on, but Anyway, hope y'all like this. You can see how that's made. If you want to make one, this is a good one, and this is a simple one too. All right, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe. I've got a weed eater video coming up. If y'all need to, anybody wants to know how to work on one of them or needs a little help, I'm gonna do that in a day or two, as soon as I get the time from work. But anyways, thank y'all.